Live the law. Accentuate the positive. The words we use to describe something, whether we say them out loud or in our heads, impact how we view it. Words are the frames we put around the pictures in our minds, and framing plays a powerful role in creating self-perceptions. Choosing how we reframe our thoughts likewise impacts our actions and results. Shift your focus onto the good stuff, and the negative stuff falls away. To increase positive framing, try the following strategies. Choose the positive take on something, not the negative. It is easy to say what you are not going to do, but in the end, that is just doing nothing. Instead, state what you are going to do, creating a clear vision of the actions you intend to take. As examples, I am working too slowly. I'll never finish this project. I should just give up. Versus, I'm taking my time to make sure things are done correctly. I've worked really hard, and I need to take a break. Select strong, actionable verbs. The verb you choose sets the tone for the action to follow. Action verbs create clarity about your goals and intended results. I am considering what job I may apply for, versus I am deciding what job I will apply for. Focus on what you can do, not on what you can't. Fear of the unknown can be overwhelming, and sometimes leaves us thinking, I can't. But uttering those two words, I can't, is a way of giving yourself permission to give up. By stating instead what you can do, you open up opportunities for creating results. I have never done this before, and have no idea what to do. This is not going to go well. Versus, I'm excited that I get to work on something new. I may never have done this before, but I have several resources to leverage to ensure that it goes well. Convert obstacles, challenges, and perceived failures into knowledge. Kicking yourself when something goes wrong may seem like a justified response, but it accomplishes nothing. Instead, identify what you can learn from the mistake and commit to handling things differently the next time. It took me 10 grueling years to finally get the courage to write a book. Versus, this book was written at the right time, after I had acquired the experiences necessary to make it robust. Start listening to yourself. Catching yourself in the act is the most powerful and influential time to reframe your thoughts. Just ask yourself, how else can I view this situation, this person, or this action? Celebrate the small stuff. As I've already mentioned, one of my big dreams has long been to write this book. When I first conceived of it 10 years ago, I could see the finish line, but the vastness of the work it would require to get there caused a huge dose of inertia to settle in. The project seemed so much bigger than me, and I felt incapable, overwhelmed, and not up to the task. Before I'd even begun, I wanted to quit. But then I started breaking down the process into individual steps, and suddenly I was able to embark on the journey. Step 1, settle on the book idea. Step 2, research the publishing process. Step 3, learn the components of a proposal, put out an ad for a proposal editor, and hire one. Step 4, write the chapters, and so on. I rewarded myself each time I completed a step, to mark my enormous relief and sense of accomplishment. The rewards weren't always big ones. Some were as simple as an hour of guilt-free TV watching, or a phone call to a friend. But they helped me feel good about accomplishing my goals, and excited to achieve the next ones. Somewhere along the way, my mindset changed from, I can't do this, to, yes, it's going to be difficult, but I know that I'm capable of it, and it will get done. Progress feels good, and has a profound effect on our thought patterns, and therefore on our productivity and our sense of self. Celebrate it. Fake it till you make it real. At first glance, fake it till you make it seems to counsel inauthenticity, but that's not the true point of the saying, which is why I like to clear up the confusion by using fake it till you make it real. The purpose is to try on what it might look and feel like to perceive of ourselves in new ways, or to act differently than we're accustomed to. By stretching out of our comfort zones, or as some would say, faking it, we can grow comfortable with these new modes of thought and action until they eventually become normal or real to us. When I went on my first client call with J.P. Morgan Chase, early in my career, I was still completely green. I didn't yet have a website or a company name, not to mention a business card. and I wondered how I was going to possibly convince this huge organization that I was knowledgeable and effective enough to hire. I had no track record to speak of, no real references, and I thought to myself, who am I kidding? But then I took that thought process one step further. Okay, went my self-talk. So how would I speak and carry myself if I had already been doing this job for years? I tapped into the confidence that I knew was in there, stemming from my genuine excitement about the prospect of working for this client, and all the ideas I'd already generated about how I might help the client, and I put that image firmly in my mind. Then I followed it, acting as if I was already where I was striving to be. I never would and did not lie during our initial meeting, but I did choose my words carefully, highlighting my confidence in my ability and underscoring the successful experiences, few as they were, that I already had. And I landed the client. This is the same tactic Dave used to ace his client presentation, and it's the same way Yale made partner in an unprecedented short time. Fake it till you make it real is another way of actively reframing your thoughts, and by extension your actions, decisions, and motivations. Strengthening self-image is a process, and examining the end goal is part of what helps get you there. Working from the outside in. Clothes may or may not make the man, but they are a powerful communicator of your inner state. If you wake up feeling tired and glum, and dress in baggy, shapeless clothes to maximize comfort, you transmit that glumness to the world. On mornings when you feel energized and pull on something bright and colorful, you'll notice that that energy tends to stay with you throughout the day, and that people communicate a similar energy back to you. It's a challenge to feel alert and prepared when dressed for the couch. When you dress to feel put together and sharp, other people will perceive you in this way, reflecting it back to you and strengthening the thoughts you have about yourself. Self-image is the basis for how you experience, and are experienced by, the outside world. It is directly linked to the law of perception, which is explored in Chapter 3. Refresh your memory. The law of self-image. Before you can expect others to like you, you have to like you. Perception is reality. Just as the ways you perceive other people become your reality about them, the ways you perceive yourself become your reality about you. Be nice to yourself. This isn't just a warm, fuzzy idea. It's a scientific principle. Positive self-talk paves the way for authentic productivity and success. Change your tune. Convert negative self-talk to a positive by reminding yourself regularly of your genuine accomplishments, reframing obstacles or challenges by creating clarity about your intended outcomes, and celebrating each step of the way. Fake it till you make it real. Acting as if you have already changed your thinking or achieved a desired goal is a powerful way to grow accustomed to new thought patterns and strategies. Keep acting as if until you have fully absorbed the new approach and made it real.